This is just a review of last night's Night Callers Bigfoot Radio, Bigfoot Talk Radio. Great show with Craig Jackson, who is a tracker. He's associated with a research group in Georgia, and they go out and they do research in different areas. And he talked about his tracking expertise and certain things that he looks for in footprints and in his tracking techniques and things of that nature. He said he hadn't had a sighting in daylight. I'm not sure if he said he had a sighting at night or not. He may have. But he said he hadn't had a sighting in daylight, which I found interesting. There were several questions from the chat room about his tracking expertise. One person asked if Craig had found that footprints go sideways. I found that to be quite interesting. He said that he has found that. And let's see. They talked about some of the reports that they've gathered as a group. They have a website, enigmaresearchgroup.com, where folks can peruse their research and things of that nature. Now this is all based in the state of Georgia. So those who are only familiar with Sasquatch in the Pacific Northwest, well, I had my first sighting in Georgia, so I can attest to the fact that there are Sasquatches in Georgia, or swamp apes, or Bigfoot, or whatever you want to call them. I called in and I asked Craig if he found any instances where it appeared that the Sasquatches were avoiding leaving footprints. And he said, yes, I have found that. He said that there have been instances where they'll step over a mud hole, or they'll avoid areas where they can leave tracks easily, which I found interesting. I told him about what Peter Byrne had said years ago about having a theory about them hiding their tracks, and Craig said, yeah, that's always possible. And then I also asked him if he found any other sort of impressions besides footprints, such as knee impressions, perhaps elbow impressions. He said that he found a palm impression in one area, which I found interesting, which would indicate that they would be crawling rather than walking on their two legs. This is a point I didn't bring up last night, but Tom Powell has written in his book wrote about in his book The Locals about Sasquatches being seen crawling towards food, and that would fit in with the Skookum cast for those who believe that it was made by a Sasquatch, not made by an elk. Anyway, it was a great show. I really had a great time listening to it. Night Callers has quickly become my favorite Blog Talk Bigfoot show, and I look forward to it every week. Next week they're going to have from Canada, from Alberta, Canada, Winona Alexis will be the guest, and she's going to talk about the Native American or the First Nations perspective on Sasquatch. It should be a fascinating 2 hours. It'll begin at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/nightcallers. Then tonight on MNBRT Radio, our good friend Abe is he's in the hospital right now. He had some heart problems on Friday night, so he went into the hospital. I think he's doing okay. He's doing okay, but he explained in one of his recent videos that he'll either have to have some sort of procedure done on his heart, or maybe open heart surgery. And I hope it won't be open heart surgery. I'm praying for my good friend Abe. Anyway, he and Evie will be doing a show. He's going to be doing a show live from the hospital, from his hospital bed. He's a trooper, I'm telling you. Abe is a trooper. They're going to be welcoming back their guest that they had on last week, Michael L. Johnson. They'll begin at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/MNBRT. And then tomorrow night it'll be 2 farewell episodes. Farewell to Blog Talk Radio. Bigfoot Truth and Lies will begin at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot Truth and Lies. It'll be Luke, Froggy, and myself, and also Hawk will be back with us tomorrow night. I asked Hawk the other night if he was going to be joining us, and he said yes, he is. So we're very excited about that. It'll be our send-off show for Bigfoot Truth and Lies, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. And then over on the Bigfoot Quest, they are having their send-off show, their farewell show to Blog Talk Radio. Bob and Mike, tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/Bigfoot_Quest. And then this Wednesday night will be the final May-HBM's Cryptid-Corner with myself and Bill Green hosting. Bill's going to be back in the co-host chair, and I'm very excited to have him back, even if it is for the last show. I'm very excited to have my good friend Bill back in the co-host chair. We'll be hosting Darren Richardson and possibly Abe Del Rio. I'm sure that Abe hopefully will be there. He said count me in, so Abe may still be in his hospital bed broadcasting for that show. That'll begin at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/HBM's-Crypto-Corner. And then finally will be the upcoming special next Wednesday, which will be Wednesday, February 2nd, 2011, on the History Channel. 2 hours, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. It'll be called Bigfoot the Definitive Guide. And from what I understand, Dr. Jeff Meldrum is going to be part of the show. But not only him, but also there's going to be a locomotion expert and also 2 primatologists. So for that one, check your local listings for time and channel. And for all the Blog Talk Radio shows, as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research. And we say salute to all the shows that are leaving Blog Talk Radio. It's just unfortunate that there are so many of them that are falling by the wayside. But I understand with the new rules that they're coming out, that they're in place for Blog Talk Radio, the new policies, that there are some shows that feel like hey, it's time to move on. And I don't have any issues with that. It's unfortunate that there are so many great shows that are going by the wayside, but again, I understand. And that includes HBM's Cryptid-Corner, of course. But I mean, there's sometimes you just move on to bigger and bigger things, and I think that that's what's going to occur. A lot of people are going to move on to bigger and bigger things, I think. So anyway, again, as always, for all the Blog Talk shows, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.